Hi, family. Thank you for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Today is about side hustle and how and why and where you can find some side hustles that I've personally done to gain some additional income so I can reposition myself. Okay. And so I'm going to go into that in a lot of detail. And give you some things that I've done, some things I've heard about that work, right? And so I think a side hustle is very important. And so next is my mission. My mission is to help as many people as possible understand their relationship with money. Also help them break free of the rat race. It's just constantly just running, and not finding themselves moving the needle when it comes to themselves, when it comes to them and their family being financially secure. I'm not talking about being wealthy. I'm just talking about being secure. And so I'm going to give you some tricks and some things that I have done to position my family. And I am a financial coach to help you move the needle there and also create some assets for positive cash flow. And so, again, if you enjoy the value, you enjoy the videos, you like the value that I'm creating for you, please like and subscribe. Next is the journal. I need you to grab a journal and write down your thoughts on this message. The reason I start with that is because if you write it down, you can go back and review it later. You write it on a piece of paper, you might lose the paper. And so, again, I just think it's extremely important that you write it somewhere where you can go back and obtain the information and read it again. I have some books and journals that I read over and over. I have a journal that from 10 years ago that I still periodically just grab and just start reading through it. It's just like these journals are like my Bible. I read my Bible every day. I've read it maybe 7, 8 times from cover to cover. Um, and I'm not saying that to impress you, it's just to make the point that if you want to grow, if you want to instill value, sometimes you have to take the information and read it multiple times. So if you need a journal, click the link below, and it'll bring you to my Amazon account, my Amazon store, not my Amazon account. Please, don't, I hope it doesn't bring you to my Amazon account. But it'll bring you to my Amazon store. It has some journals that I personally created, men and women journals, and also some of my favorite books that I've read, again, multiple times. And so let's get into it. Side hustle. The reason I'm bringing this topic up is because I was talking to someone about their finances. And when we uh, did a financial budget, um, they were about $300 short from what they brought home to what they were actually spending each month. And so it was a $300 deficit, which is not a lot of money. I get it. It's not a lot of money, but it adds up. And so I asked them, said, where's this extra $300 coming from? Because again, you're not making it. And traditionally, when people do their budget, they miss 5 to 7% of stuff that they don't account for. The three Netflix accounts and the 7 cups of coffee extra at Starbucks for the month. And so again, there's traditionally a 5 to 10% on differential. But without the differential, they were already $300 in the hole. And so what we found out, or what I found out, is that that $300 was being put on a credit card at 26 or 28%. And so even though it was $300 for the year, it was $410. $400 plus. So I'm not actually doing the math, but it was over $400. And so um, I I said, if that's what you're doing every month, if you continue in this direction, you'll be multiple thousands of dollars in debt. And so what's your plan? I'm talking about $300. And so he said, well, I'm already busy. I don't have time to do anything. I've asked my boss for extra hours, blah, 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 blah. And so I told him, hey, you need to get a side hustle, dude, because you're putting your family in debt every single month because of what you're doing. And in that conversation, I said, okay, you don't have time. How many hours a week do you work? Well, I work 35 to 40. Okay, what are you doing with the rest of that time? Well, I play good guitar and I like videos. And I said, stop. Don't say anything else. You're spending 20, 25 hours on videos and learning to play the guitar, which again, those are all fine things. But let's just take a look at it. If you just cut that in half and you spend 13 hours on a side hustle or a part-time job, I'm not saying eliminate it, but just cut it in half. You would eliminate this debt and you would grow and position your family in a different way. I don't want to tell him what I was really truly thinking. Right now, you don't have time for that. Right now, you need to be focused on establishing security for your family. So let all 25 hours go for a period of time. Put a time frame on it. The next 6 months, this is what I'm doing. And dedicate 25 hours raising capital. So you can get health insurance. So you can have a will. So you can put money in the bank so you'll be able to pay your bills when something happens. An emergency fund, or what one person said, or one person told me, a priority fund. Because some folks' emergencies could be, I need a new wig. So that could be an emergency. I thought that was hilarious. And so a priority fund. So with that being said, I gave him some suggestions on side hustles. And so I'm going to give you the same. Side hustle number one, Uber. If you have a car and it's in good condition, you can Uber as many hours as you like. Could you turn it on and turn it off when you want to? If you rather work in the daytime, a few hours, you can. You want to work at night, you can. It is completely controlled by you. Now, are you going to make a whole lot of money doing Uber? No, you won't. But it repositions you. It's about $20 to $25 an hour. That's about what it is. $20 to $25 an hour. And so again, you pick up 20 hours of Ubering, that's $400. But to be able to do that, that means you're going to have to let go some things. You may not be able to watch TV as long as you traditionally do. The average American is more than 4 hours a day in TV. You may not be able to play video games as long as you do. You may not be able to spend as much time doing nothing as long as you do. And so, Uber. Next, side hustle. The part-time job. Again, this is temporary. This is not long-term. A lot of time we take our pride and we say, I don't want people to know that I need another job while your family is struggling. Say it again. Your family is struggling and you are comfortable with that. That's a problem. That's a problem. So get a part-time job. If you're creative, make YouTube videos. That's more of a long-term thing because you don't make money in the first 2 to 3 months. You don't do that. But it is perpetual money once it gets started. And so be creative. Make some videos. There's other things that you can do. There's a company called Upworks. There's computer companies that will hire you out if you're computer savvy as a contractor. And so there is a lot of things that are out there as a side hustle. So you can, again, stabilize and bring security to your family. And again, this can't be a long-term fix. It's not. It's unsustainable. But it can get you over the hump until things get better and you come up with a better plan. And if you watch my video from earlier this week about implementation, unification, communication, and those different 4 phases of how you work. In each phase you go into, you physically work less and you mentally work more. Once you, hopefully you took a look at that and it spurred some thoughts of your own on things that you can do to create additional income within your family. So that's the message. Side hustle. Get into it. Do something. Don't just let stuff be stuff. Because every minute is going by, every hour, every day, every week. Time doesn't stop or waits for you. And so again, let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Every Monday and Thursday, I post a video right around 10 o'clock. Again, information like this, or more detailed information on your finances and getting you out of the rat race, or things on positive cash flow. And so, with that said, the quote of the day from Les Brown is, you don't have to be great to start something, but you have to start to be great. What this means, you don't have to be perfect. You don't need perfection to start. But once you start, you continue to grow and learn, and people appreciate that. Because again, everyone has 24 hours. And what you do in those 24 hours is completely up to you. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe and stay blessed.